very succinct in pointing out the importance of the external, the exporting economy, the agglomerations, etc., and the importance of the infrastructure in making this to work. Clearly, in the infrastructure, improving the infrastructure, linking these locations to the ports and etc., requires huge financing, and that's way beyond what the public sector can do alone. And in fact, the private sector has already played an increasing role in providing, in engaging in this sector, despite the nature of the public good of the sector. Still, it's very intriguing for this report to point out, that's my takeaway, very important way of drawing the private sector more into the these productive activities and to spur the innovation is really through the PPP interventions. And the PPP can help address number of large gaps the country has. Among them, the involvement of the private sector in providing the financing, and also on the capacity building aspect. The report also alluded to the challenge of the inclusion space, the social and financial inclusion. About 400 million people, many of them are women. They don't have adequate access to finance, to medical care, to knowledge, to market, etc. And supporting the micro MSMEs and by developing adequate products, using proper instruments, by using the modern technologies, adopting disruptive solutions. These are all critically important in improving the competitiveness of MSMEs. Finally, I would say that the growth cannot be transformative if it does not last. And competitiveness must be accompanied by sustainability. I don't think there can be two opinions about that after the experience of the pollution levels of the last few days in Delhi. So we have to also include, renewable energy solutions, greening growth, reducing carbon footprint, this into the agenda of the competitiveness. So I'll just say a few words about the IFC. As the World Bank Group, we have been doing our shares in advancing in fulfill the country's strategic objectives. We have been supporting the microfinance sector, for instance, in a big way. About 15%, about half of the disbursement in this space, in the microfinance space, nowadays are made by the companies that are invested by IFC. And we have engaged very early on in the renewable energy sector. And nowadays, about 15% of the renewable energy capacity in the last 5 years are financed by the companies that IFC financed. And we have been very actively engaging the low-income states through our advisory activities, and will continue to do so. And this report, it's very, very valuable for us in helping us homing in our approach to be even more competitive, to do a lot more, to make a lot much bigger of an impact for the country to where it's a full potential. Finally, I wish to thank the Indian Council for Research on international economic relations, and thank you for the panelists, and thank you for everyone here for your participation, your contribution to make this event a successful one. As the report said, it's South Asia's turn. Let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we are proceeding for lunch. Thank you.